What's going on, y'all? Look, to y'all really quickly about how when you're on senior attention and your life afterwards is completely different and you drive women crazy without doing very much at all. Hear me out. When you're out here living your life, we know that most of the time, most men, especially when you're young, you're just out here trying to figure things out. So, for the most part, you're kind of lost. And, you're chasing women most of the time. Now, is this a good thing to be doing? Absolutely not. It's not a good thing at all. But you don't know any better. So, when you're out here chasing women, you're leaving yourself open to a woman doing you dirty, um, doing you in, upgrading off of you, coming in with intentions to do God knows what. Now, whenever you decide, look, I'm going to focus on me. I don't I don't need coochie like that. It's not that serious. That's when you truly unlock, what I'm saying, your deepest self. You know, like the man that you've always wanted to be, but you've allowed societal pressures to make you feel like you might need to go after women and da, 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 da. You don't need to go after anything. And when you figure this out, it's like a huge relief. Now, does this mean that you're done with women altogether? Absolutely not. It just means that you're done with feeling the pressure of chasing them down all the time. You have time and make time to do other things. And these other things are hobbies, business ventures, collaborations, anything. Once you realize how much time you waste, putting together outfits, buying outfits, seeing what's trending. You have to kind of watch what you're saying that fits within the realm of what's popular right now. And you're constantly trying to, kind of figure women out a little bit, not too much, trying to fake like you don't care what they think and all this other stuff. And trying to make sure you don't say anything goofy or whatever. Meanwhile, these women are saying anything and everything that pops up in their head, man. I'm telling you, that's the last place you want to be, is in a world where you're consistently chasing women, trying to get women, and giving a crap about what women think. I'm going to tell you straight up, I don't think most women care what they think. Now, hear me out. I don't think that they really put much thought in what they've said previously in the day before, the week before, or any of that, right? So, why are you putting thought into it? And if you think about it, most women are talking about money and stability and woo, 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 which is fine. It's okay. But how are you getting to the bag and the money if you're chasing women? You're not. Man, see, this is one of the things that drive women wild about you. You're able to see through the veil and see that your focus needs to be on you and your purpose and then your bag and your family and everything. It doesn't need to be on chasing any of them. Women don't even really go after the guys that are chasing them. They really go after the guys that are on their purpose. And that could be some dude that's in the street doing street stuff. It could be a guy that's, really on his purpose making that money. But as long as it's a guy that's showing them, I don't really care if you're here or you're not. I could take you or leave you. It puts them, what I'm saying, in the proper place that they deserve to be at in that man's life. And women appreciate that. Women don't want to be put on this pedestal that a lot of guys put them on. Okay. A lot of these women out here barely getting by just like you are. And some of these women are more trifling than you are. Some of them are barely washing their butts. Like I keep telling y'all, man. So you're putting them on this pedestal just because of the way that, their parents blended together to make them. They had nothing to do with that, and they're the gender that's hairless. So they're just, what I'm saying, naturally pretty. But don't get caught up in that, man. See, some of these women's souls are rotten. And a man like you who can see past looks and, what I'm saying, look into a woman's soul and be able to put out, hey, listen, this is what it's going to be. This is what I expect. This is what we're going to do. And if there's any problem with that, I mean, what we can do. And they can kick rocks or whatever the case may be. Who cares? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? And this kind of I don't give a what attitude, it really, it changes not just the way that women look at you and everyone else, but the way you look at yourself. I'm telling you, once I went through my divorce, and even before, during the marriage, there was a certain time I got to the point where I'm like, you know what? I just don't care anymore, man. Like I don't care what anybody thinks of me. And I was with a narc, so she was consistently worried about everybody else and keeping up appearances and faking this and faking. And I just realized the situation I was in. I'm like, I just don't care anymore, man. I don't care to put up this facade with this narc that I'm okay with seeing what's going on around me with her. I'm not trying to put up a facade anymore for people around me to feel like what they do and the shady things they do are okay. Nah, listen, if you're a shady person, get from around me. I don't condone it. If you go out and steal stuff from stores and things of that nature, and that's not the way I live my life. I'm a stand-up type of guy. You can't be around me. And also allowing those kind of people that steal from people, lie to people, you're taking on some bad karma along with those people. And to think that you can be around people that are thieves like that and liars like that, and they wouldn't, steal or lie to you, it's a little bit naive, wishful thinking at best. And a lot of the way that you move and the way that you think, it's mainly the way that you think is driving these women crazy, because your thinking keeps you in this well-maintained discipline that makes sure that you not only maintain your vigor for life, but you also, what I'm saying, keep your childlike uh dreams and goals, and it keeps you, doing your workouts, keeping your fitness and your diet, your nutrition right, making sure that you're doing your job, or putting out your content on time, being a great parent. I'm telling you, this stuff, it all adds up, and it all stems from the semen retention that you're on, that put you into the mindset that, hey, listen, all this is going on around me is not that serious. I need to focus on, the important things in my life to get where I need to go. Because a lot of times you deal with certain things in life and you deal with certain people because you're not really fulfilling the things that you know that you need to be doing in life. You know what I mean? And so you start, what is it called? Looking for an escape. But when you're doing like what we're doing, and you're moving in silence and you're accomplishing these goals, no matter how tall the task, and you have no distractions, then you have no need for any escapism. So your focus is super driven, and everyone can see it, and it drives women wild. To see that level of focus on another being, it drives women wild. They want to, I don't care what they say about, women are supposed to be your inspiration and da 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 da. Da." That is not true. A man is everyone's inspiration, men, women, child, animal, nature, everything. You're a walking representation of the living God. And, you're complete in yourself, in where when you ascend as a man, you've come to terms with the fact that as a man, you have emotions as well. But you don't get ruled by your emotions. You rule your emotions. But you're not a robot. You do have emotions. Now, once you are able to master your emotional intelligence, hate using that term, but it is what it is, while already using your logic, which most women don't have, you got intuition plus logic. This is basically the representation of you combining your higher self with your 3D lower self. So, with that kind of ascension right there, your intuition, higher self, with your logical, lower self, you're complete. This complete you draws in women like a magnet. Now, you do get some duds in there, some studs as well, leftovers, but it is what it is. The fact that you get these narcissistic, Machiavellian type of dark triad, psychopathic type of women in the mix, then it also goes to show that you have that power to draw in the good and the bad. And it's that duality in you that you represent, my guy. You have that ability to have your good side that you've worked hard, your healed side, your ascended side, like I said, your intuitive side, but also your logical, hey, if you get out of place, I'm going to stomp a mud hole side too, that you're not ashamed of. And you're aware that both of these sides of you are important. And women love the fact that you embrace it. Think about it. You're the kind of guy that other men know not to mess with, while also being the softer side of you, where you're able to interact with your family, show them that you love them, take care of your wife, your kids, everything like that. Is everything that a woman would want. It drives them insane to watch you running around here untethered by a woman. It's like, how is this guy not tethered down by a woman? What's going on? Because your emotional intelligence is so high. You're really picky. I'm saying you have high standards, but there's nothing wrong with having high standards. Listen, I have high standards, and I have a lot of women. What is this? Anyway, I have a lot of women that track me down, and some of these women like to try to gaslight, try to be cute, try to stand out. It doesn't make me no, never mind. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't gaslight me as a woman who is constantly watching me. You can't try to make me feel some type of way. I know what the deal is. Again, I've said this multiple times before. Most women, they don't even see 80% of men. So even if a woman's hating on you, that still puts you in the 15% that she's looking at. So remember, a lot of women don't know how to tell you that they like you. They're taught in this modern era to make men chase them, to orbit men, put themselves in proximity, but to make sure the man initiates and the man does all the chasing. So when a woman is not getting chased by a man that she believes that she qualifies for, she might start acting out. But they know that you can tell. And they know that you don't react to it. So it drives them even more insane. It's like, man, I know this guy knows that I'm doing different things to get his attention, even trying to get him upset. But it don't seem like, no, it's not going to get to me, because even when you're acting out or trying to gaslight or shame us, we still know the stats, especially if you ladies are kind of attractive. If you're kind of attractive and you're doing these things like mocking us, mimicking us, we know you're trying to get our attention. And it goes to show how high on the scale that we are. I've had women go as far as to say things like, I don't know how attractive I am. Do you really think I don't know how attractive I am? Come on. Come on. Don't fool yourself. Don't fool yourself. Look, I'm not going to hold you any longer. I'm going to sum this up. But remember, y'all, out here in these streets, dude, these women, man, what does it matter? Yeah, what does it matter what they say? What is this button? Okay. Watch what they do. Don't listen to what they say. Anyway, peace, love, and light, y'all. I'm your brother. I love you, and I'm out. This button pressed. There we go.